I put my hand over my head and rolled into a very tight ball. So, as you can see by the swelling here, I'm bruised all the way here. I mean, my hand is all bruised, but I put that to my head. But unfortunately, one of the feet got round and kicked my head back.
Julie Pickford, who works in the city centre, boarded an Altrincham-bound tram here at about 9 o'clock on Friday. Everything was quiet till the tram got to Sale. Then a large group of rowdy teenagers boarded. One of them started throwing popcorn at other passengers. Julie told him to stop.
He threw a big handful at me, into my face and into my handbag. And unfortunately, I reprimanded him for it. And I didn't stand up, I just said, you know, stop it, it's not on. One of the girls then flew at me, sort of screaming, very erratically. And I said to her, how would you like it in your posh handbag? And that was the last thing I remember, unfortunately. I was bungled to the floor somehow by everyone. And I was on the floor, I rolled up in a ball and I was just kicked and kicked and kicked.
Julie was booted off the tram and onto the platform. Other passengers had already rung 999 and the police were on their way. Julie says there were at least 30 youngsters involved. The police arrested one of those, a 14-year-old girl. The police and Metrolink are now looking at CCTV images of the platform.
Two guys who were at the front of the tram, they couldn't get to me. They'd actually said that man in Warrington got killed. There's too many of them for us to do anything.
Julie's worst injuries were sustained on her kidneys.
Obviously very concerned at the moment because I'm losing an awful lot of blood from them.
I had a couple of serious arguments with the previous Chief Constable about the removal of police off trams. It's increasingly the case that the police pick and choose where they will police.
There have been reports of violence and disorder on the Altrincham line and here at Altrincham Interchange for some time. In fact, this is an email we received recently at Channel M News. Regarding tram safety, 2 drivers attacked on Altrincham line since New Year. Won't be long before one is seriously injured. Drivers don't like going to Altrincham after 8 p.m. Gangs hang out on most platforms and congregate at Altrincham station. I wouldn't use it at night if I didn't have to drive one. Regards, current driver. The Greater Manchester Passenger Transport Authority has ordered an inquiry into Julie's attack and other incidents on the line.
I was black belt in judo. I was an ex-policewoman. I was at Bootle Street in Manchester, so I was used to being in skirmishes, and still now, you know, I do sport that's quite tough, and I look after myself. If I wasn't as fit as I was, if it was an older woman, I'm convinced there'd be a murder.
Richard Butt, Channel M News.